Season 4, Episode 10, If a Tree Falls in the Forest, was... You know what? Forget the intro, because I'm just going to cry my way through this whole episode probably anyway. Let's jump into it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Antler Queens. I'm Kelly, Jaditha Bone Zone Keen.
I'm Jazzy, boy in white meets world shamanic.
And I'm Dawn, mom grounded the kids, Glenn.
We're here on a very somber day. The season finale is always a somber day. For those of you who don't know how we work, we do a detailed recap, and then we go into our segments where we break down our MVP and LVP and our 5 top and bottom moments, And we do a little Fromily Debate team, and we always mark the chapters so you can easily skip past something if you're not a recap kind of person, or, you know, if you don't want the discussion and you just want to listen to the recap, etc. But I want to do something a little different today. This typically is something that I think would be done toward the end of an episode, but I want to start off with this today in case during our discussion anything comes to mind that we can revisit. Jazz, what are the biggest questions that you want answered as of right now?
I would like to see the original curse that kicked everything off and like how that, you know, came to be. I'm sure we're going to get that in season 5. I really want to know what happens when if they get out. That's the other big one for me is, do they retain their memories? Do they all end up on the other side of the tree together? Do they all end up back at home like they never left? I think that's the biggest looming question for me is what happens if they succeed.
Dawn, what about you?
I would like to know how they're chosen to be there. Obviously, there are some people, which, you know, like Jade and Tabitha, but I'm curious how the other people, do they stumble upon it? Is it some, or is there some reason why? You know, Jade said, oh, I think you all subconsciously heard the children crying or something. But I would like to know and I would like to know the true form of the man in yellow. Like, is that his true form? I don't think it is. I think there must be, maybe he's a spider, I don't know. But I'd like to know his true form. And the Lake of Tears, I want to know what that deal. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to know about Ethan's books. Are they written by someone who was there? You know, do we get confirmation of that? Yeah, there is still a lot to be answered, but we have had a huge amount of answers this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Julie wrote the books, honestly.
Mm.
And,
that's a popular theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan wrote them himself.
Yeah.
That's possible. I want the whole thing. I want the whole gym scene from this season explained.
Yes.
Because I'm so obsessed with that scene. I want to know why he looks nervous. Why it looks like he was waiting for somebody. Why in the premiere episode in season 1. Why, when Ethan woke up and said he saw the Lake of Tears, he sounded like he was responding. It sounded like he was responding to future Jim, saying he needed to find Lake of Tears. But we know it wasn't, because Jim's the one that brought it up in season 4. He said, you brought up the Lake of Tears when we were in the RV.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm super curious about that.
And why he had the scar on the mark on his head that was from when the house fell down. So that puts him in that time frame. Yeah. The whole Julie story walking thing, yeah. And Eloise, we all want to know the answer. Who is Eloise? Is Eloise alive or dead?
I'm Eloise.
What a reveal that would
Eloise. Eloise is Boyd's worms.
I think we need to cap a little bit of take a little bit of Jazzy speaking and just try and get it put into an episode from and go, yeah, look, She is Eloise.
Yes. Yeah. My other big thing that I need to know is I will not be satisfied if Donna's heart attack was for nothing. I need to know that I need her to remember something.
Yeah.
I don't think Donna had a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah, you think it was
I think it was like Boyd's Parkinson's. I think it was supernaturally caused, and it wasn't, because you can't recover from a heart attack without medical intervention. You have to have those pathways cleared. So I think it was just, I think it was they were getting too close to something, and the town was slowing them down. That's what I think that's what they're doing with Boyd the whole time, is the further he pushes, the worse they make his Parkinson's look to discredit him. Yeah. I think it's the same thing with Donna. I don't think she actually had a heart attack.
I think it was Boyd's faith in her and not giving up that brought her back. And if it wasn't for him, and that's one of the power of the good side, whatever, if the boy in white's side, I think that sort of sparked that power and brought her back. And if it wasn't for Boyd's belief in her.
I also want a flashback of Donna arriving in town and meeting Victor, because I want to see Victor when he first sees another person. Well, should we jump into the recap?
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, if you're not a recap person, then you can skip right past this, but we do get really detailed with it, so if you miss something, maybe it's a good idea for you to listen. So, just hang in there or skip ahead. Either way, let's get into it. In the chamber, Jade keeps Tabitha focused from the creatures watching through the plastic sheeting by encouraging her to begin filling the bags with bones, while Boyd stresses up above that they haven't heard anything yet. Tabitha suggests it's time to signal that it's time to pull the tree, but Jade says no, revealing he lied about the bones protecting them. He didn't want Boyd to scrap the plan, and he plans to hold back the creatures while Tabitha escapes with the bone, sacrificing himself. Tabitha is horrified, but Jade insists she deserves to go home with her children and tells her that if he had to spend all those lifetimes with someone, he's glad it was her. Swoon! With the fluttering of the hearts of 1,000 Jaditha shippers behind him, Jade begins signaling for Boyd to pull up the tree. As soon as the tree lifts, the creatures toss the plastic sheeting aside and enter the chamber. But as Boyd drops down the ladder, they realize the creatures can't move into the daylight now flooding the cave. Jade says they can both escape. But as Tabitha climbs the ladder, Sophia's subtle sabotage takes effect, and the rope snaps, sending Tabitha and the bones clattering to the ground. Just then, the sky turns dark, the creatures begin to advance on our heroes, when suddenly the ground begins to shake. When we come back from the titles, at the sheriff's office, the earthquake has hit the town. Victor, terrified from never having experienced such a thing, screams to be let out of his cell. Penny frees him and keeps him safe in a doorway as Victor wails that they should have never pulled down the tree. Underground, the creatures cower at the tumbling rocks from the quake, and a crevice appears, allowing Jade and Tabitha to escape into the tunnels. Up above, Boyd is shouting for Jade and Tabitha, but getting no reply. The sun is completely blotted out, and it's dark as night. The creatures appear with their trademark scream and begin to close in. Ellis and Christy convince Boyd that they all have to leave and get into their vehicles, except Patty, who's frozen in fear. Boyd saves her from the advancing creatures, shooting at them and escaping in the van. Jade and Tabitha are running from the creatures and end up in the cell behind the bone bars where Tabitha first saw the Ankui kids. The creatures follow and are almost on top of them when another quake drops rocks on them, blocking their entrance and trapping Jade and Tabitha. Acosta is driving the van with a hysterical Patty in the back. Boyd tries to calm her, but she cries that they've made the place angry and she can't do this anymore. When a creature appears on the road, she grabs Boyd's gun and tries to put it to her head. Boyd grabs for it, and as they wrestle, it shoots out one of the windows. Boyd restrains the wailing woman, and they drive on. At the clinic, Fatima wants to go help the group, but Marielle insists they wait as they clean up from the aftermath of the earthquake. When Fatima goes to run outside, Marielle is forced to explain Fatima's condition. But before she can, Fatima senses the presence of Smiley. She sees through his eyes that he's coming to the clinic. Marielle is horrified to realize the talisman had fallen down in the quake, and just as she grabs it, Smiley enters. She grabs Fatima into another room and tries to hang the talisman, but again, Smiley is too fast. Marielle tries to protect Fatima, waving a knife at Smiley, who calls Fatima mother, before slashing Marielle's stomach open. Fatima screams, and the sound changes from her voice into the haunting wail of a night creature. Smiley's face returns to human in reaction and says, "Interesting," before leaving. Fatima rushes to help the bleeding Marielle. Outside the truck with Ellis, Christy and Randall pass Smiley. They rush into the clinic in terror, and Christy rushes to Marielle, who's bleeding out on the floor. Marielle apologizes to Christy, tells her she loves her, and asks her to kiss her goodbye. Christy kisses her, and Marielle slips away from life as the others look on. In the diner, Sophia asks Elgin if he understands that she's offering him a chance to go home, just like she did with Clara. He just has to agree to help her. Elgin is defiant, and when Sophia talks about the fact that it's dark because they are getting near the end, and the end is messy, he tries to creep away. Clara blocks his path, and Sophia backs him into the kitchen, telling him there's no place to hide. She forces him to give her his hands, and asks him once more if he will accept her bargain. In response, Elgin begins to pray, and Sophia sighs, squeezing his hands until Elgin screams in agony and collapses to the floor, blood pouring from his mouth and eyes. The sun returns, and Sophia tells Clara to get rid of the body and leaves, taking the diner talisman with her, promising Clara more chaos is to come. Donna finds Henry in Victor's room and tells him he should go down to the sheriff's station and check on Victor. Henry wants to straighten up first, and whilst picking up the tin of crayons, he finds bullets. When he asks Donna why Victor would have bullets, Donna tells him about Victor's gun, which Boyd confiscated. Henry flashes to Normcore Victor, telling him the dream would provide everything he needed to eliminate the anchor.
Boyd has been dropped off at the clinic and sees Randall sitting outside. Inside, Fatima's telling Ellis what happened, but avoids mentioning her scream. Boyd comes inside and goes to Christy, who's cradling Marielle's body. On seeing Boyd, she begins sobbing and collapses into his arms as he comforts her. Fatima and Ellis listen to her weeping from the next room, distraught. At the hole left by the bottle tree, orange lightning comes up from the ground into the sky, and the entire firmament rumbles with pink and orange lightning, which cracks across the sky for several minutes. Donna, Julie, and Ethan are watching it from the porch at Colney House when Acosta pulls up with the van. Donna holds Ethan back from running to them, and Acosta quietly tells Donna what's happened. Realizing his mother is not with the group, Ethan and Julie go back inside, upset. Henry goes to the sheriff's station, finds it empty, and rifles in Boyd's desk until he finds Victor's gun, which he pockets. Donna, Ethan, and Julie are sitting at the kitchen table in Colney House, while Ethan cries that Tabitha isn't coming back. Donna begins to explain what happened when the cabinet doors begin slamming open and shut and crockery flies across the room. They all escape, and Ethan cries that Julie's going to die, everyone's going to die, and he'll be alone. Julie promises that won't happen. They will look out for each other, though she doesn't know how. Ethan finally accepts that and hugs his sister, crying. Boyd returns to his office, where Kenny is cleaning up. As he changes out of his bloody shirt, Kenny commiserates with him on things going badly. When Acosta and Sarah come inside, Acosta insists they have to go back and get the bones. Boyd despairs that even if he could get them, the only people who know what to do with the bones didn't come up. Kenny wonders if there's still hope Jade and Tabitha are alive, but Boyd is dismissive and frustrated as he argues that he's not going to risk losing anyone else. Sarah tries multiple times to get his attention, revealing there's noise coming from the radio. Jade is signalling them. In their cell, Jade sends the signal until the battery is dead. He isn't sure even if they heard it, if they could find them, but Tabitha is positive they'll get out. Realizing they can't move the bone bars, she suggests they dig under them, and as they do, she thanks him for the sacrifice he was willing to make for her. Ellis and Randall remove Marielle's body from the clinic, and Christy accompanies Randall to the church with it, while Boyd takes Ellis and Fatima back inside and says he's going to go back into the tunnels now he knows Jade and Tabitha are alive down there. Ellis insists he's going too, as if they are injured, Boyd can't carry them both out. Boyd is resistant, so Fatima and Ellis point out it could be a trap, and Fatima says she can sense when the creatures are near, so she's coming too, so she can help keep them safe. Henry's loading the bullets into Victor's gun when Victor returns. He hides the gun while Victor talks about the scary events of the day before asking his dad if he's done something wrong. Victor's still feeling guilty over revealing the truth about the man in yellow, but Henry assures him it's not real, none of this is real. He's seen what's real and he needs to get back to it. He pulls the gun on Victor, telling him, "You were there, you begged me to come back." Victor tries to tell Henry he's being lied to, but he aims to fire when Ethan shouts Victor's name from the doorway. Henry swings the gun towards Ethan, and Victor tackles his father before he can shoot, angrily shouting at him, "Why would you do this when you say you would protect me?" Clara meets Sophia at the gas station. The pair have been collecting all the talisman from town, and Clara hands off her collection, garnering a good girl from Sophia. Boyd, Fatima and Ellis go into the tunnels, with Boyd making them promise that if anything goes wrong, the two of them run, no arguments. Jade's hands have become too sore to dig, so Tabitha suggests they use the bones. While Jade begins, Tabitha holds one of the skulls and realizes it's the Ankui girl she always sees. She tells Jade, "It's her." In the tunnels, the creatures scream, and Fatima tells Boyd they know where Tabitha and Jade are, they have to hurry. Hearing the same screams getting closer, Jade tries and fails to kick his way out of their cell. Boyd and co arrive on the other side of the bars and desperately try to free them. As the creatures get nearer, Boyd shoots the bone bars out, freeing Jade and Tabitha. Fatima stands near the entrance and says, "They're here, you have to go, I can buy you some time." She turns to Ellis and emotionally says, "Remember who I was." The creatures arrive and Fatima places herself between them and her family, before screaming and turning into a creature. Boyd pulls Ellis away as his creature wife screams at her fellow night monsters, keeping them at bay. In the woods, Sophia walks side by side with the boy in white. It's clear they know each other well. He says happily, "They have the bones." "But the bottle tree is gone," she replies. He tells her she's going to lose this time, and Sophia in yellow replies she's always admired his optimism. "We'll see," she says, as she drops all the talisman down into another faraway tree, and the town's safety net disappears into the darkness.
This episode was fucking insane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Watching him drag Ellis out of the tunnels.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Fatima
I can't.
saying, "Remember who I was." Just my heart.
We're the 4th season now. And in every TV show, there's always somebody that's a little like Fatima, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But they did such a great job with her character.
Mm-hmm.
And Megan Gafori just fucking she's nailed this role.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they gave us a situation where we have become so emotionally attached to this character. And oh god, I'm crying now. And it was the perfect set up to make it as heartbreaking as possible.
I'm so glad we watched, the whole 4 seasons just before watching season 4, because it really brought it home how far Fatima has come. Going back to season 1 and seeing this bubbly, joyous, hippie, love, just this lovely, lovely, vital woman, and to see that downward slide of what they have done to her, it just really is brilliant. And I was still convinced, up until this episode, I was still convinced she's not going to be a creature. She's not turning into a creature. It's something else. It's something else.
Didn't think it was going to happen either.
No. They double bluffed us.
The thing that really bothered me is that I noticed after the last episode when the man in yellow changes back to Sophia that he has those same black veins on his stomach that Fatima has. And
wow.
That's not a good sign.
I didn't notice
that. You know what's crazy is I love Marielle. And
yeah, me too.
I was so focused on her dying that the first time around I totally missed Fatima's monster scream.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to keep my Jade cats in the picture if anyone's wondering why I'm constantly fidgeting. I'm very happy with this shirt.
Yeah. So guys, what did you Jazz, how would you rate this?
This episode?
Yeah.
Well, this episode's a 10 for me.
Yeah. Don, what about you?
That's an 11.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a 10. It was perfectly. The only flaw, had too short. I was like,
yeah.
It's over. Yeah. What? It's over now.
Yeah, it was only 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, at first, I actually ranked this number 3 as far as the season finales. But no, I've changed my mind. This surpasses all of them for me after multiple watches. Oh man, what an episode! And you know, I was trying to make my top and bottom 5s, and they're all like I usually highlight everything in red and green, and they're more like, what color does red and green together make?
Brown.
I don't even brown.
Yeah,
they're pretty much all brown.
It's so true, because you're like, oh, that was a really good scene, but also it was really depressing. Let's step it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into it. So I am gonna I had trouble with box candidates this week, but I'm gonna give it to Patty.
Yep.
Yeah.
This girl, what the fuck are you thinking? I was like, just toss her out of the van at that point.
Have you guys ever seen the musical version of Reefer Madness?
No.
But yeah, okay. There's a Showtime musical of Reefer Madness with Kristen Bell and Anna Gasteyer and Steven Weber, and it's brilliant. It's amazing. But Anna Gasteyer's character is the woman who owns the pot house that everyone comes to, and her character is constantly in hysterics. And it reminded me exactly of Patty in this episode. She's just like, oh, heavens, oh, dear me. It was exactly Patty in this episode. I was like, get a fucking grip, sis. Why'd you even come out? You knew it was going to be dangerous.
Why was she there in the first place?
Plenty of people stayed home.
Yeah.
You know what? You know who else who she reminds me of? I can't remember the character's name, but the blonde who worked at Fantasia in True Blood, she basically screamed nonstop. That's who she completely reminds me of, 100%.
You guys gotta find that Reefer Madness music right away.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is so good.
But yeah, I refuse to put Elgin in the box, and I am I'll get into that later. But Patty's going in the box
in this episode. Last episode maybe, but not this one.
No.
All right, Jazz, who are you putting in the box?
Making a little extra room because I'm putting both Patty and Clara in the box. Patty for being absolutely nonsensically stupid. Don't come. Don't come on the group adventure if you can't hang Patty. Her grabbing that gun.
Even when she was just standing there in the woods, like, move!
What's the monster gonna do? He's just like bumping against the. It's like a mob. Like, relax, Patty. Take a Xanax. I'm so disappointed in Clara. If she were doing it so everyone could go home, I would maybe be like, okay, yeah, she's trying to help people, but she's just being selfish. She's being a selfish betrayer, and I hate her now after supporting her the entire series.
Yeah.
I definitely think that she arrived in town on that bike, though.
Yeah.
Because how else would someone have greeted her and made a bargain, you know, before she got to town?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just want to back up, and I want to squeeze somebody else in my box as well, and that is Smiley for calling Fatima mother. That was disgusting.
Yeah, that was yucky. Yeah, I did not care for that.
Yeah.
Hated it. No. Hated
it's the way he had it, was like, mother.
Oh, God. All right, John, who are you putting in the box?
I'm going in a different direction, and I'm putting Henry in the box. Henry, think, man. Have some sense. Like, the stuff that he's seeing in his real life, how can he not realize how that is playing him? Like, it's so, hey, you know what you need to do? You need to kill your son. It's just like, come on, Henry, wake up. Everything that Victor's told you, everything that Tabitha's told you, everything you've seen, and you still think this is a dream? That you're like, dreams don't make sense. Dreams don't work like this. You don't have a plot in a dream.
Exactly.
Your dreams do not come up with new people. You know, it was different if they had managed to duplicate Tabitha and whatever in the hospital, but they've come up with completely new people. Think it through. And also, he nearly shot Ethan, so that was just.
I thought Ethan was toast right there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I really did. I was like,
same.
You guys saw.
I thought he was getting the Carl shot through a deer situation from Walking Dead. I was like, oh no, he's going to accidentally get shot.
So let's get into our bottom. There's a lot here that I didn't know where to put because it's hard to watch, but also really, really compelling.
Yeah.
My number 5 is going to be Jade wanting to sacrifice himself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it could have been a wise decision if he was doing it for the right reason. And in my case, in my opinion, the right reason would have been he realized that he kept getting killed by the people in the town every lifetime. And if he sacrificed himself and the monsters killed him, that would kind of break at least one part of the cycle. And and it would call back to his whole chaos theory thing that he talked about with Tabitha back in like season 2, I think. Yeah. And but I don't think he was doing it for that reason. I think he just wanted to end the cycle and get everybody home, and he was just willing to sacrifice himself for it, which I hated. And it's so funny because watching it, nothing's gonna happen to Jade. But still, watching it, I was just like,
I mean, you don't, though, because all the other Jades have died.
Yeah.
So,
You're not going to do a whole season without Jade.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I didn't tell you guys this before we watched it, but at the end of episode 9, I was like, everybody up top of that tree scene is gonna die. Like, the entire tree, like, Boyd, Ellis, everybody, they're all smoked. Like, it's gonna be a crazy reset for the next season. I knew it was, like, too crazy to be true, but I was just like, there has to be massive consequences for them pulling down this bottle tree. Like, there just has to be.
You thought it was going to be like Scrubs and they're bringing a whole new cast for the last season.
Yeah. Donna's in charge now.
Yeah.
All right, Jazz, what's your number 5?
We already discussed this a bit in our box situation, but I can't fucking believe you, Clara. I mean, first of all, I'm positive she did a bad job of hiding Elgin's body. There's just no chance on earth that she did a good job disposing of Elgin's body.
Does she have unknown strengths? We don't know.
Like, mistakes.
Like, does she have superpowers that she can go, I'll just lift up this like 6 foot tall guy?
And Sophia's just like, deal with it, bitch. And just like, okay, I don't even have a bike anymore. But yeah, I do feel like Sophia's
gonna get... Hang on.
Oh, I saw it fall. That was like me with my...
Can you pause it, Jazz?
Yep.
So, I'm okay with that. We're on number 4 now, right?
No, it's my number 5. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, basically kind of the same thing as Clara's behavior and her betrayal and selfishness, and also, and we mentioned this last episode, but I just want to have another rant about it. I really hate that the essentially only plus-size character is made to be evil. That just really bothers me. I know it's not deliberate, but couldn't they have made Patty be the evil one? It's just like, there's so little plus-size representation on television, and to have the... anyway, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But far more than that, I don't like that Clara is selfishly made this deal and is being so weak about it. And it's really highlighted in this scene that how different she and Elgin is, that he has it all on a plate and he still doesn't give in.
I'm gonna make that my number 5 or my number 4 just for to make things easy. But yeah, no, it was bad enough that we saw her betrayal last week, but when she blocked the door,
that was
irredeemable.
No,
yeah,
at this point, she's irredeemable.
It's crazy that she's gotten absolutely nothing to do up until this point, and then is like one of the worst people.
Yeah.
In town. Like, it just sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't know how you feel about the idea of Marielle taking over Elgin's body. Is that what you're predicting or no?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's,
Yeah. So that's what we're all expecting. And what's so heartbreaking about that is that Elgin didn't take the bargain. Died a hero and have his body used after that. After doing a heroic deed.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's tragic. What's your number 4?
Called it Patty Gastier. That's a tie between Patty's freak out and Henry's freak out. The 2 freak outs of the episode. I understand that Patty is traumatized. I really do, and I'm not generally the type of person to shit on somebody else's trauma. But, bitch, you live in a horror town. You are living in a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably been here for... We don't know how long Patty's been here. I think she's only in this season. I don't think she was an extra they've used in the past. I don't recognize her anyway. But, get it together. Like, you guys are always in danger. You need to get your flight going. You don't have the fight.
Seriously.
And just the whole Henry, I knew this subplot was going to be, like, tragic. I was really hoping he was going to figure it out without letting Victor know this is alternate version of his son that he prefers out there. It's like one of the things I'm most anxious for coming back next season is how they're going to fix their relationship, because I loved their relationship so much, and it was so lovely the way they built it up last season for it to just completely unravel this season.
I actually just watched the reunion scene today.
It's so lovely.
Breathtaking. Predicted before that Tabitha was set to bring back Henry for bad purposes, for the wrong reasons, to take out Victor. But when Henry acknowledged it to Victor, that this was happening, that he was having these visions, I thought, okay, he's not gonna, everything's gonna be okay. But I don't know that there's any coming back from this.
It's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really hard. I mean, his mind was, it wasn't entirely his fault. It's not like he just came to those conclusions uninfluenced, because he drank the Sophia blood, and there were magics at work, so I do think he deserves some grace. But man, that fucking sucked.
Fun.
I wrote down number 4, fucking Patty. Fucking Patty. Oh, I was so angry throughout at her.
She's
like,
ridiculous.
I know she's just gone through a traumatic thing with Roger and having her face burned and stuff, but like, you volunteered to go out to do the picking of the veg, and now you volunteered to go to the bottle tree. No, everybody wasn't there. You didn't have to do that. If you're going to do that, then get a grip and just think for a moment. What in the car, like in the van, she's thinking, this is it. I can't take it anymore. Like, can you not wait 10 minutes to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Like,
right? Wait till we're stopped.
Yeah. Do you insist on taking everybody else with you? That's so selfish, because that's what's going to happen if you kill yourself in the van. Everyone, Go into Colony House. Go and deal with it yourself if that's what you want to do, and don't drag everybody down with you.
Yeah, I mean, when Acosta wanted to kill herself, she was super considerate about it.
Yeah, she was.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll go out. I'll go out. You don't have to clean it up. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
That was very, yes.
That's the way you do it.
I'm going to give Patty to 5:02, and she's definitely going to be dead by 5:02. I'm predicting it.
Yeah.
She better.
Those were both on my list, so I'll just go ahead and make them my number 3 as well. And I just want to say that I hated seeing Victor so traumatized.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
My God.
That was brutal.
Trying to reason with him.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Ethan came in, that's when he jumped him. And Victor's character arc has just been so fantastic. And I just love that he immediately, he didn't have that same survival instinct for himself, but he acted immediately when Ethan had the gun on him.
Yeah.
But oh my God, this poor guy, man. I just want good things for him, and I genuinely believe that we will actually get a happy ending. I think we're gonna get a happy ending in Fromville.
Yeah.
But but I think we're gonna get a happy ending for most of our characters, and it can't come soon enough because I can't stand Victor being traumatized anymore. It stop.
You know, one thing I thought really interesting of that scene is that when he tackled Henry and was shouting at him, it felt like he became a man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we've seen him in situations and he always feels like a child. He's cowering, he's scared. In that moment, the way he was speaking to Henry, I thought, oh, Victor's grown up. He's become a man. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how it has changed Victor in that sense. You know, not
Definitely.
just their relationship, but Victor as a person. I'm really looking forward to that.
That's a great observation.
He's grown up so much this season, and I think a lot of it has to do with Jim dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his friendship with Ethan, because he's become a lot more of he's become less of a friend. He's still a friend to Ethan, but he's become more of a caretaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big brother.
Yeah, exactly. I love his growth that we've seen. And Scott McCord plays that traumatized, timid man-child so well, but I love seeing his growth like this. It's so great to watch and to see how these people contributed to it, especially Ethan. It's really great, which is why, I mean, I just think these people just have such a special connection, which is why I don't think they're leaving Fromville.
I mean, I do understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. So that was the Victor or the Henry and Patty thing was my number 3. So Jazz, what's your number 3?
My number 3 was Elgin dying. I hated that. I said this week a couple places that Elgin is descendant from the first black guy who ever died first in a horror movie. He just has no sense of self-preservation, baby doll. Just none. You are so trusting in a way that I don't know other black people to be. I like last week's episode really bummed me out. I could not believe Elgin was so dumb to take that picture directly to Sophia instead of anyone else.
I refuse to come down on him for that because everybody was. So I'm like, nope. He was.
It was so stupid. It was out of character. I said that last week. It really doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they chose to go that way. But
yeah.
On the flip side, I loved that he stayed true to himself until his last moments and would not back down, would not betray his friends. Wouldn't join the other side just to get himself home, you know.
Yeah.
Ellis he's had a complicated ride, but he's always been a sweet, loving person who's trying to do good, and that was brutal.
He risked his life for people he didn't even know that he just met to get Ellis to the clinic.
Yep.
I mean, he didn't know these people. He had just gotten there, and he just runs right outside to get the van so that he can get Ellis to the clinic. Yeah, if he had taken the bargain, that would have been so out of character for him.
Yeah, I couldn't see that happening.
Yeah.
Especially after the conversation he just had with Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has never left my mind. That his conversation with Julie and him saying that this town throws so much at you that you don't know what the truth is. Like, great. Thanks for making me more obsessed.
I'm kind of hoping if the man in yellow doesn't end up using Elgin's body, that Julie story walks to save him and does it successfully. And that's what gets her back into doing it.
Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because
I would
we need a catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be something that we know she does it at least one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
she's convinced that it's bullshit. So
Mm.
something has to happen.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, for her to do that. Dawn, what's your number 3?
It's Elgin's death. It was the hopelessness of it, that you knew there was no way out of this, because he's not going to make a deal. He's not, bless him, smart enough to think on his feet and think of some ruse, to say, oh yeah, okay, I will, sure, and then, get back out of it or whatever, tell everybody. So it was the sheer, once he, that moment in the end, in episode 9, that we knew he was marked card. I just found it so, because we got such a long scene with it, you kind of think, oh, she's just going to kill him or whatever, but it was very James Bond. Let me tell you about my plan, Mr. Bond, before I kill you. The way she spoke to him, and to looking out the window, and as you say, Clara blocking his path, that made my heart sink. Like, she didn't have to do that. I mean, not that he could have got far, obviously, but still, it's just the sheer point of it. And that the way he dies is that it felt really. Is he dead? No, is it? Oh yeah, no, there's blood coming out of his mouth and eyes. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. It was such an undramatic death. It was so subtle and so just her squeezing his hands, and oh yeah, no, it was chilling. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Absolutely.
I hate it. My son is dead, and I hate it. Combining the deaths of Elgin and Marielle. I really liked Marielle a lot.
Yeah.
And I just, seeing Christy was just heartbreaking. And that, what's interesting is Kenny and Jade are kind of in a similar situation now.
I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad
For those who don't know, David Alpay confirmed during an interview that Jade is absolutely in love with Tabitha because he remembers loving her in all of these lifetimes. And I just, like, Kenny and Jade are kind of in the same situation where the women they love just lost their partners, but very tragically can't really make a move.
When Marielle died, I was like, oh, I should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
From Kenny set up in season 1. Of course they're going to leave him together with him with Christy. Yes. Yeah.
I hated it though. I thought Marielle was a great character. She was so caring, and I mean the way that she dealt with Randall, and I really liked her. And what makes it especially tragic is that she had a conversation with Christy in the shed about Roger being trapped there.
Yeah.
And and now, I guess she's trapped there.
Yeah.
But that could be a bad thing or a good thing, because part of me still thinks that they might be alive in Fromville.
Yeah.
If they break the curse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That could go a number of different ways. But I hate the idea that she died so tragically right after she had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
Yeah.
Jazz, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is also Marielle's death. I separated them because they both hit hard for me, especially after just finding out that everyone's trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was just so afraid of that. It crushes me. And I think if we're right about any of our theories and people are going to come back at the end, That's gonna be like the third time that Kenny loses his girlfriend.
Oh God! Wait, what was?
They're just gonna have to agree to be a polycule.
I was going to say, they'll just have to be a throuple. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
they'll have to be a throuple.
Wait, how did he lose her the first or second time? Like the other,
The first
obviously
time was just with Marielle as twice. Yeah, I'm exaggerating, but
okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, look at Jade. He's lost Tabitha like
Yeah.
24 times.
Over and over. Cannot keep up with her.
675 times. Yeah, that's gonna be if they are still alive in Fromville. That's gonna be a really awkward reunion when Jim and Marielle come.
Hey, they work it out in heaven, so they can work it out in Fromville. when your first wife and your second wife both end up in heaven with you, and you're like, hey, gals.
Yeah. I do want to mention that I thought this was really cool. Chloe Van Lanschut, when they told her that that her fiance was going to be in season 2, I don't know if they originally envisioned that it would be a guy or not, but she specifically asked for the character to be a woman, which I think is really cool. I mean, she's gay in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, she asked for her fiance to be a woman, which is super cool, especially since she's got the whole thing with Kenny and there's so little bisexual representation.
Yeah. And it's Marielle's death, and I'm going to say something different to you both. Marielle, I did not love Marielle. I didn't dislike her, but I would say she was the character I connected least with. Put it that way. I wasn't particularly drawn to her, which makes the fact that this is so powerful, and I've put higher than Elgin, proof of the writing and the acting and her performance. The past couple of episodes, like you said, that whole thing with the scene with Roger's body and her coming to this realization about the whole setup, and how horrific it was and her hopelessness. And then that moment that she is determined to save Fatima, and it's totally not going to work. You've just got a knife, but she was trying. She was so determined to save Fatima, and that is made it all the more tragic because it was just so easy for Smiley to just go, look, there you go, that's it, she's dead. It was really, really horrific. The only saving grace is that Christy got to see her before she died. That's the only plus side. But the actual way she, the casualness of her death, because at first I was like, oh, maybe she won't die. And I don't know if either of you have seen the film Dog Soldiers, when the character, it's about werewolves. You should watch it. It's a fantastic film. Character gets his stomach ripped, and he's like they're trying to stuff his intestines back inside his body. They're like, they fitted before. I was expecting to see that.
Oh man.
For Marielle. But yeah, it was truly tragic. That Elgin's felt chilling, but I think Marielle's felt so tragic because how much Christy loves her, and how much what she'd gone through. Her beating her addiction and reuniting with Christy, and then this happens, and she dies trying to save Fatima. It's just so
Marielle and Jade were so protective in this episode of Fatima and Tabitha. Like, they just both threw themselves in front of them.
Yeah.
The scene of Christy crying when Boyd
oh my
shows
god.
Up,
oh yeah,
just fucking annihilated me. It just tore me apart.
Yeah.
The pull out where they move back to the room with Ellis and Fatima, and they're just listening to her cry.
God.
Devastating, man. Devastating.
The way she melted into Boyd but didn't let go of Marielle, I just thought that was so brilliant performance.
The shot of her just sitting there holding her body, staring straight forward is such a good shot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My heart broke for her so hard. Chloe nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely. She really did.
So, I assume we all have the same number one, right?
Yes, we do.
I'm guessing so.
I can't. I have such a hard time even talking about it. I mean, the way that they made us fall so deeply in love with this character, and she was like the brightest spot in the show. And to see this happen to her, oh my God, it's about the most heartbreaking thing they can do.
It's worse than a death, because like in a death you go, that was horrible and it's sad, but the story moves on and it's, whatever. But this is just like, oh, we're going to have to watch the pain.
Yeah. Oh. And we don't know, like, is it going to be Fatima? Or is it going to be some hypnotized, hi, how you doing? Let me in type of,
Yeah. It was a stellar scene though. I mean,
it was incredible.
It was so beautifully done. But I mean, it was just, they could not have done it better.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, heartbreaking. And Ellis's face.
I still didn't think it was gonna happen all the way up until the last moment. I was like, the golem's gonna come. Something's gonna happen.
But the fact that, I mean, she knew before she went into those tunnels, right?
Yeah, she knew.
Yeah.
Because she seemed very at peace with it. But when she said, "Remember who I was," I was, oh my God.
Oh, yes. I know.
Sorry, guys, I'm a wimp.
No, you're just a good. You're empathetic. Whereas
I can't believe I'm crying this hard over talking about a TV show.
I'm a cold-hearted Scot. I've got no feelings.
That's the end. I actually think she'll be a daywalker.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ooh. A blade.
I mean, so think about it. Can you imagine how awful it would be? Like, it would be torturing the audience to have her come out with the other creatures every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she is standing up against them. It's not like she's gone, oh, I've become one of them, don't look at me. No, she's like, hey, you, leave my husband alone. So I can only imagine she'll stay that way, and how do you do that if you've got to sleep in the same tunnels with them?
I think she'll either be a daywalker or she just will be able to control it. She will only turn into a monster if she needs to. If that's the case, if she's not a daywalker, they'll have to like lock her up in Colony House basement at night.
Yeah.
Or I mean, unless she can control it, of course. But
maybe she's going to live in the root cellar, the bed where she gave birth.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be her home, because it's a halfway point. Because then she can go down in the tunnels from the hatch. Oh, I just occurred to me.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But I think she'll be back to normal when the curse breaks, and I think actually all the monsters will be.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they'll all be people again, and I'm likely to believe that they are not in control of their behavior.
No, it's like the blood in Henry's drink. It's something is forcing them. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to deal with seeing the monsters as like decent people.
Hi, I'm Smiley.
I mean, I don't think they were ever decent people because they did sacrifice their children to get that way. But
that's true. Yeah, Very true.
My number one was actually a two-parter, so I'll just tack that on. In addition to Fatima's fate, which crushed me, but Sophia's fucking evil plan. Her just casually going from place to place, taking all the talismans, was so dark and terrifying, and the ramifications. Like, what are they gonna do?
That's
what are they gonna do? Like, how soon? It's still early in the day, but like, how long is it gonna take people to notice that there's no talismans? Did she get them all? The only one I could think that maybe they didn't get is the Colony House basement, because maybe Clara doesn't know that's down there.
Yeah.
But Clara definitely went and got the ones from Colony House, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Are they just going to pick off everybody, over the first, few episodes of season 5, or we're just going to see, the town dwindle and dwindle to this little core group that are left?
I wonder if anybody had one on them. I mean, other than Jade and Tabitha, which I think that got left in the tunnels, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine. They had a couple. They had 2 or 3 on them.
Oh wow!
Because they had the 2 doors there that they covered with the plastic.
So they might have a couple still, and that means that everybody's going to have to live in Colony House.
Or in the barn or something, yeah.
Oh my god,
They maybe left one out at the settlement because they had one hung up when the dolls came in, and it was like, the dolls don't protect. That doesn't protect against the dolls.
That's a good point.
I also had a... Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, just saying the barn. They're going to be living in the barn. They're going to be in the barn playing charades, and one of them's going to, be hanging from the rafters hey, who am I?
That's dark.
That's dark. By the way, I've been rewatching the series, and like I said, I'm a wimp. I'm weak. I'm emotionally weak. I actually, now that Jim's dead, I actually enjoy watching him.
No, he's dead.
The actor's great. Ian Bailey did such a good job, and I loved his scenes with Simon Webster. They had such great chemistry. They really had a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
But sorry, Don.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say I had something to add to my number one as well, because it related to Fatima. It was when it turned dark. Oh, that was all bets are off. We can just flick off the lights like that. And that was terrifying, because what if they just made it night all the time and there's never day? That really was awful scary. And it connected with Fatima, because it's she's now part of the night. It's like the night is seeping into the town more and more. Really scary stuff.
I had a lot of, I don't know if that's some hand-waving TV show continuity thing that you just have to let go, but I had a lot of questions about the logistics of that. The sun goes down, the creatures are all in the tunnel, and there's an earthquake. And the bulk of the creatures go after Tabitha and Jade. But there's also a ton of creatures up top. They completely surround everyone in the woods. Smiley makes it to the clinic, and then the sun comes back up. There's no way he had time to walk from the clinic to the tunnels.
Yeah.
In the time that the sun came back up.
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
And we learned this episode that they can't be in the sun, so.
Yeah. Unless the tunnels, there's more to the tunnels than we have seen, and the tunnels come up all different places in the town.
That's true. There probably are other.
I mean,
we don't know about.
I keep going back to when Tabitha and Victor were in the tunnels, and that they called attention to the water in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Lake of Tears actually is a lake, I'm wondering if that leads to the Lake of Tears somehow.
And behind the drawings behind them on the wall, it looked like they were in boats. It was like, lots of little, and it was a lot of them. So it looked like it was a boating lake. So yes, it did make me think the Lake of Tears.
By the way, I also want to know what was up with Tabitha being that same episode. I want to know what was up with Tabitha being so fascinated by the suitcase and the dress in there.
Well, he said you're the closest thing I've got to a friend, so there's maybe some memories. It triggered some memories in the back of her head, I'm guessing, but she didn't remember what they are.
I have not gone back and checked, but I've seen a lot of people say that was Sophia's suitcase. That it's the same suitcase.
It's the same suitcase, but whatever was in it wasn't Sophia's dress. It was like...
Yeah, it was a wedding dress, right?
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It was or it could have been a nightgown maybe, but it looked like a wedding dress, the material.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what if he's... Oh, no, I don't want to... Well, what if he forces Tabitha to marry him? Because young Jade said it's so much worse for her.
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, I don't like that thought. Go away. Why did you come into my head?
I don't want to think about that. No, I do not want to think about that. Oh my God. I'm going to be thinking about that all night now.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm 16, so this queen thing's illegal.
Let's jump into a little Fromily Debate team. I almost forgot to put my little graphic up. That's
important. Please don't forget the graphic.
Yeah, our graphic is super important.
That's my favorite part.
I know. The conflict that we chose before recording was, should Jade had made the decision to lie and sacrifice himself? And I was randomly assigned to go against Jade. Dawn was randomly assigned to argue for Jade, and Jazz is the judge this time around. So let me, I'll go first since I've kind of got the easier argument here. And Jazz, just let me know when to start.
You ready?
Yep.
And go.
Okay, so I understand Jade wanting to break the cycle, and perhaps he was thinking about the fact that he's been murdered in every lifetime, which would be a smart decision. But first of all, lying is not a good thing to do in this situation, especially when you've got Victor screaming that they shouldn't take down the bottle tree. It's a bad idea for him to not be honest, even if it's for an altruistic reason. And I don't see how that's gonna solve anything, because it's just attaching more tragedy to the situation. It's the children die, and we already know that Tabitha and Jade die in every lifetime. And I don't see how, I get that he'd be helping Tabitha get out, but I don't see how it's going to change anything else for the better. Because I think Jade and Tabitha need to do this together.
Time.
That's about all I got.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I'm not convinced that Jade is entirely as aware of the talisman aspect. We don't know if he knows that, how much Tabitha explained that to him, or whether he just came to the same realization that she did. So it's possible that he is not thinking about how significant them both doing it is. He is just completely, at this time, blown away by his love for Tabitha. I think he's, having had this flood of memory, he's only thinking, she has to get out. Her children deserve this. She deserves this. She'll have the bones, and that's the important part. And he's not thinking about himself. I don't think he's thinking clearly about himself or the overarching, the curse and how things do. I think all he's thinking about is protecting Tabitha and having the bones, but also making sure that she gets out.
Time. I'm going to give it to Kelly.
Even though she brought up Jaditha?
That's why. That's because that's the only reasonable argument.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I think it's a great argument, but I think your argument is more logic-based.
Yeah. I mean, the basic idea of do not lie in Fromville, do not keep any information back. How many times have we everybody told each other this?
Yeah.
So, you know, I totally
would have voted for you, Dawn.
Oh, well, fine.
even though I agreed with my position, I would have voted for you just for bringing up Jaditha.
I mean, I think that's why he was doing it, but I don't necessarily think that was the reason he should have done it.
I was hella swayed. I was definitely swayed.
All right, let's go to the good stuff. It's time to give some people pancakes, and oh man, this is hard. This is hard for me because there were so many people that deserve pancakes, and I don't know. I still don't know, but I think I'm gonna take the easy way out and just give them to Marielle, Jade, Elgin. Oh my God, Fatima.
I thought it was going to be a Fatima shutout.
The most obvious one, Fatima. Why? I'm so broken up. I spent this whole episode being broken up about Fatima, and I forget her twice. I'm just giving it to. I'm taking the easy way out and giving it to all four of them. Four of them. Yeah.
I've given it to like a group of at least 20.
Yeah.
I'm going with Fatima. I love Fatima. I know she gets a lot of hate in the fandom, which pisses me off, but
does she really?
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Fatima, Ellis especially, but Fatima and Ellis both.
What the hell, man? How do you not like Fatima?
Because she's a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's annoying. People are like, she murdered Tilly. Like, she literally didn't.
Yeah.
She literally didn't. Anyway, my point was, I've consistently loved Fatima through the entire run of the show. She's been such a gorgeous, bright spot, and her storyline has added a lot of beauty to something that would otherwise be very dark and trudging. And just for her to make that sacrifice to save her husband and father-in-law, I think she knew before she even left the clinic what was going to happen.
Yeah, I think so too.
And yeah, I can't imagine walking from the clinic to the tunnels knowing what would happen and going through with it.
Would I? So, but I'm going to stick with my final answer. Is that your final answer? Yes, it is. Of Elgin. Because I think because it was so contrasted with Clara, how much he held on to who he was, his belief, his core goodness, and that he, even at the point of death, would not give in to her and do anything remotely evil after all he'd done, because everything he did with Fatima, he believed it was for good, and this proves everything that he was, that it was only because he believed it could help people. And here she is offering him something that will help only himself, and he's saying nope, not interested, to the point you can kill me, and she does. So I just thought, yeah, what a guy, what a pure soul Elgin was, and let's hope we see him in some form or other next season.
I don't want to see evil Elgin.
No, but maybe we might see Julie story walk and save him.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I would hate it, I kind of do want to see it because Nathan's just such a good actor.
Yeah.
Like, we did that interview with him a few weeks ago. He himself as a human is so far from Elgin. It's like amazing. You know, he's an incredible actor. I'd be interested to see what Nathan does with the character in that form. I would like to see, you know, like, still Elgin but possessed. I feel like it would be. I would hate it, but also I would like it.
What if, like, Elgin was still in there and he's like fights it, and you know, like the Take on Me video where Mark Hackett's throwing himself against the wall? That would be really interesting.
Yeah, it would be, definitely. I want to toss another person in there just because we've been so hard on Acosta, and she was really fighting for Jade and Tabitha, you know, for Boyd to not give up on them. So we've been hard on her, so I'll give her a little bit. I'll give her a few pancakes. But yeah, she was definitely, you know, all about saving them and shutting Patty the fuck up. So you can get some pancakes too. All right, let's go to our top fives. My number 5, I hemmed and hawed about it because I wasn't crazy about it at first, is Tabitha finding the skull of their daughter. The same thing about Jade and Tabitha is they've shown us all along that Tabitha feels and Jade sees.
Yeah.
That's why he saw all of these past versions of himself, but he couldn't connect anything. It just points to how much she remembers. He said so much. She told Victor that she knows how much Miranda loved him, and she knew what Miranda's car was. She was able to pick out Miranda's car. It's just super fascinating to me that she picked up that skull and knew immediately that was their daughter. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is the scene of Boyd comforting Christy. It was brutal. I've talked all season long about how stressful the rift in Boyd and Christy's relationship has been for me. They're like one of my favorite pairings on the show, and they have so much respect for each other and so much love for each other, and I have hated seeing them at odds, and it never really made up. And yeah, this moment of her just letting go and letting Boyd, like, you know, carry some of her pain was so beautiful. It was so well acted. It was so well shot. Yeah, it was incredibly hard to watch. It was incredibly sad. But this is one of the best scenes in the series.
Yeah.
I had that as my number 4, but I'll just swap it around for the sake of brevity. Yeah, it was so beautiful. Just the way that she moves into him was so like a daughter to a father, you know?
Yeah.
It just totally cemented that he is her father now, and as I say, the way that she doesn't let Marielle go, that she's still limply in her arms. Oh, it's heartbreaking, but so beautiful, so emotive, and says so much about their, like, you know, whatever has gone on between them. When the chips are down, they are family to each other, and Boyd will always be the one she literally turns to. And I thought that was really special.
I just want to say, I love that he calls her buddy.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cute.
That is totally like a dad with his daughter. He's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. I think it's so adorable. I love it. Wait, such a dad. My number 4 then for the sake of convenience. It was Chloe Van Landen. She just fucking nailed that scene, man. Heart just broke for her, and I loved that Boyd was there to comfort her.
Number 4 is the scene of Julie and Ethan promising to take care of each other.
Oh God!
I think this episode was Simon Webster's best acting to date.
Yeah.
I do not have qualms with Simon Webster's acting.
No.
I think he's just gotten stronger and stronger as the show's gone on.
That kid's amazing.
Yeah, he crushed this scene.
Yeah.
His panic. I don't want to be alone. I can't. I don't so good.
Man.
Felt so real. And Hannah, Jeremy, as Julie just really knocks it out of the park. The two of them
She's
together.
always incredible.
Yeah. I loved that scene. I loved it. It was I like almost all their scenes together. Their relationship is adorable. Yeah, that we know that Tabitha's okay. She's not dead at least, but they're in the position where they think both their parents have died in a month, a week, even.
Yeah,
brutal.
I think we all had a pretty strong response to that when we were doing a reaction video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
to that scene, because it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's next on my list. So I've said before, brother and sister stuff is my biggest weakness. It always makes me so emotional, and I just thought that scene was so well done. Like say, Simon, he seemed to grow up. He seemed suddenly so much older, even though he was being a little boy. Something about the way he expressed his emotion that was on his face, and maybe you hear actors say sometimes, "Oh, I was acting there," but then there was just this moment where I was totally in it, and it felt like that he was totally Ethan in that scene, and his wide-eyed fear and Julie connecting with him and getting him right up and to sort of breathe with her was so awesome. And I just want to say, I think it's Ethan that's making the cabinets bang. I think it's his. I think he's got telekinesis powers, because both times it's happened, it's when he thought it was when Jim died, and then when he thought Tabitha was dead. I think it's his heightened emotional state, and he needs to harness that power and use it for good.
Interesting.
Also, he's on the cusp. Well, no, he's not really. I was going to say he's on the cusp of teenagehood. No, he's not. He's 8. Because they've only been there a few weeks, Dawn.
Yeah.
Even though he's now 14.
45.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to find out that time moves way faster.
Yeah.
In Fromville.
It doesn't.
Why do you say that?
Because we've proved it. Because Tabitha left and came back, and the same amount of time was missing for both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Victor's been missing the same amount of years that he's been in Fromville.
Yeah.
We have touch point. Sorry, I just had this argument with someone last night for hours. They're time works different in Fromville, and I was like, show me where. Point it out to me. Here's a dozen examples of how it doesn't.
Magic healing is what's going on.
Yeah. People heal fast.
And their hair grows fast, and they just age faster.
No, that was genuinely my number 3, the Ethan and Julie scene. It was so beautiful, and they're both such great actors. They're brilliant. They've never had an off scene, and for somebody as young as Simon Webster, to never have a single weak scene in this show is unbelievable. I mean, that kid is just beyond talented.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah, and and they have so much chemistry too.
Mm.
And it was such a beautiful scene. And I love that Julie never lies to him.
Yeah.
To comfort him. It's like when they were on their way to the barn and he asked her to promise him that they'd find Jim.
Mm.
She wouldn't.
No.
I love that she never lies to him. And because you know what? Because she knows him. She respects him, I think, on a more grown-up level than his parents would be even capable of. And I really appreciate that about them. And yeah, I didn't think about it. Hadn't even occurred to me that Ethan could be causing the cabinet stuff, but I did realize that it was attached to the Matthews family, and that both times it happened was when they were worried about a parent being dead. So I knew, and then I was thinking, is it Ghost Jim? But Ghost Jim would never put the kids at risk like that. It was a dangerous situation. So I do think that's really interesting that you think Ethan's doing that, and I think you might be right. And it's what makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And I hope that we get to see that next season, because that would really make things a lot more interesting, and it could make things more difficult for the Man in Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeff, you're number two.
Number
number three.
Do you want my number 3 or not? My number 3 is Boyd screaming, "We made the sun go down!" And they're trying to convince him to go back out. He's just into his rope in these last handful of episodes, and it is hysterical to me.
Yeah.
How, keyed up and intense he is about everything at this moment.
Yeah.
That and there's this is a total minor side thing, but I really love, I don't even think you can call it a running gag, but of just someone casually mentioning something crazy that's happening, like Henry going, "Did you see the lightning?"
I know where you're going. Yeah.
I did it again. Yeah, of course you saw the fucking orange and pink lightning that came out of the ground. Everybody saw it.
It was what Prince described in 1999, basically.
Yes.
It was giving me very much Gozer returning. It was Ghostbusters to me.
That's you. That's you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn, what's your number 3?
My number 3, which was my number 5, but everything's shuffled around, is the Ludo moment. If you, like me, are an absolutely obsessed fan of Labyrinth, Ludo calls the rocks. Oh, and I loved that whatever good power of good took control of the ground and shook it so that it opened up a crevice and it fell on to save them from the creatures. I was like, yes, we've got the power of the earth with us. And it connects with this idea that Ethan has power to move stuff. So it's it's made me think, if that's the boy in white who is the symbol of the one who's controlling the good side, and Ethan and has a connection to the boy in white, and I wonder if the boy in white is going to train Ethan with telekinesis, because that's what he's the one that did this to protect them. I just love that, because it was so, you just feel it's so hopeless. It's gone dark. Oh, well, that's it then. What, they're going to, how do you get out of this one? And it was really surprising, and it was a bit confusing. What's happening? Oh, they found a crevice. Go. I just But I thought it was clever, and I really liked it, and I hope they find Ludo friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Labyrinth.
It's a good choice.
I can recite the entire film. Please don't make me.
All right, so this is getting really difficult for me here with the top two, because God, it was such. I feel like I need to.
My top two are both ties.
Yeah.
They're both ties.
So my number two is gonna be, I'm settling on the Sophia getting rid of the talismans.
Oh wow.
Because even though it's a bad thing, I mean, it's totally changing the game 100%. And I can't wait to see how they deal with this. I think a lot of people might die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But
unless by some miracle they discover several are missing early, which I just feel like they won't.
Yeah.
She put them in a faraway tree. Maybe they'll end up in different places and like.
It looked like they were falling down that well.
Yeah.
That Boyd was in.
Yeah, you never know.
That dry well.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me too. The talismans just being gone totally changes the game, and I'm gonna tie that with. Oh man. I'm gonna tie it with the Jaditha goodies that we got. I'm sorry. I've somehow turned into a massive shipper. I don't know when this happened. I never cared about romance shows before, but I'm obsessed with these two.
Apologize for shipping.
I'm
predicted it.
Yes,
I know.
You put your reputation on the line, literally, for this.
Yeah.
I literally started the ship.
Yes.
Well, I mean, John Griffin.
Yeah.
You know. But, I mean, I saw it coming, I think, before the actors did.
Yeah.
And I coined the term Jaditha.
Yeah.
Let's just get that straight. That might have something to do with why I'm so attached to it. But, yeah, I love that we got a little Jaditha nugget in this, you know, with him telling her that if he had to spend all those lifetimes with anyone, he was glad it was her. Oh, my heart. Oh my God. And I'm also gonna make it a three-way tie too. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but just the whole escape sequence in the tunnels was super cool. It was so tense. It was so tense.
It really bothered me that they shot those bones off. I was like, come on. This isn't even a keyhole that you fire a gun into and it magically unlocks.
Okay, you know what bugged me? You know what bugged me is that Tabitha got the idea to dig and Jade was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Digging.
What happened, Jade? Are you just like, what you up to think right now?
He didn't have time to map it out first.
Yeah, I guess so.
Drop the shovels.
Yeah.
Visualize.
All right, Jazz, what's your number two?
My number two is also a tie. First being Donna ready to step in and parent the Matthews kids immediately. I was bummed how sidelined Donna was in this episode. I was hoping she would get more to do, but she is recovering from a heart attack-ish thing or whatever.
Heart attack-ish thing, yeah.
I'll give her some grace. But, yeah, even just her standing there listening to Julie and Ethan, like, pledge to take care of each other was so, like Liz's face, kills me. So beautifully acted. She's so great. I love that she's just adopted this family and is so dedicated to them.
I'm so scared for her when we come back, when she finds out what happened with Fatima. She's
Yeah,
gonna be
I know. She's really not going to
Oh,
take it well.
no.
yeah.
Not at all. The other half of my number 2 was the Jaditha moment. I am not a Jaditha shipper, but I swooned. I swooned. I would shipper with Tabitha and anyone but Jim, so I guess I am a Jaditha shipper. But yeah, I was Twitter pated. I thought, what a beautiful thing to say right before you get eaten. Yeah, I loved that. I loved that moment. I love that they included it. I'm interested to see where this goes. People are accusing Tabitha of cheating on Henry.
What?
So like, with Jim, they're not the same person.
Oh, dear.
Like,
Oh my God.
you're still can only be married once, no matter how many times you reincarnate.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can tell just from what's happened in this season that they're both feeling it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just that Tabitha's also dealing with this monstrous pile of grief that she's got to get through. But, you know, I mean...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but even through all of that, as overwhelming as that is for her, you know, she still has those feelings, because of everything that she said. I mean, she feels love for Victor, like motherly love, like Miranda felt. So I mean, you know, they're both feeling it.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Jess?
What was I gonna say? Oh well, it's gone now.
You know, I also want to add that what was interesting for me is when I started putting things together and decided that they were reincarnated soulmates or whatever, I kept saying, and I said this several times on the show, that they didn't give off shippy vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there was. I mean, plus Tabitha was married to somebody that she loved very much. But the actors have so much chemistry.
They really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that like you can watch it, you can see it turn on a dime.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was, I feel like a part of the reason she was so angry with him at the beginning of the season is because she's admitting to her, you know, she's feeling these feelings and doesn't want to, because she wants to mourn her husband. But
Yeah, I was full of the ship. Watched that a little bit many times, and that's, you know, I know that's I'm feeling it when I go back. I'll just watch that again. I'll just watch it. It's a long time since I've done that. Excuse me. I just thought it was beautiful. It was a perfect amount, because you know, I'm a shipping expert. I studied ships my entire life, and sometimes you give away too much at once. You know, they just go full throttle. But that was just the perfect amount, because he was just saying, you know, and in essence, he wasn't really saying anything, because he spent all these lives with her. I'm glad it was you. Like, it doesn't in a way make sense, but the emotion of it does. You know, and it shows that he is feeling. It's just enough to show us that he is feeling all those feelings. He's remembering his love for her, and it's being transferred not as just a memory, but as an action of how he's feeling with Tabitha. So I thought it was perfectly played. And my other thing I wanted to say was, congratulations to all the characters, except Patty, being logical. I was like, when Tabitha's like, hey, let's dig underneath them, I was like, yes. You know, so many times in horror, you spend the time shouting at the screen, why don't you just close the door, or whatever? And then the same when Ellis and Fatima were saying about going into the tunnels, and the brilliant logic. If they were both injured, you can't carry two people. I was like, oh yes, exactly, well done.
Yeah.
But I love when you have characters say these logical, smart things. These are smart characters, and I love when they act it.
It's the writing on this show is so brilliant.
Yeah.
That's why it drove me absolutely batty when in the season 3 finale, Jade threw a fit over something that he had already acknowledged before.
Yeah.
What is that? You already knew what the symbol was. Like, what? But we got a great reaction photo out of it.
Yeah.
True. One of the best.
It's also why it drives me mad again and again and again. You see people saying, oh, this show is just thrown together. They don't have any plans. They don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry. This is the most meticulously planned show. There's stuff in the very first episode that is playing out. Come on, people. Pay attention. So
drawings in the intro that just happened in this season.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
they've got a whole ARG to go along with it. Now, one more thing that I want to, before I get into my number one more thing that I want to, John, I'm sorry, were you done with your number 2?
No, yeah, that's good. Okay.
One more thing that I want to get into before I move into my number 1 about the whole Jade and Tabitha thing is that I saw people talking about where Henry fits into that, because she was married to Henry, but I don't think it's not the same.
No.
She was married to Henry in one lifetime, whereas Jade...
It's how she was with Jim. It was a marriage of love, but they're not soulmates like she and Jade are.
Yeah, and she met Jim before she ever knew Jade existed.
Yeah.
So obviously she could love him. Now that Jade's there, I don't think she could love anybody else. I don't think if Jim came back from the dead, I don't think she could love him the same way.
No.
I think she would choose Jade.
Maybe he can get together with Marielle.
Yeah.
I think it's what I'm saying, that how she remembers how Miranda felt about Henry. It's a memory, it's a past thing, whereas what she has with Jade is active and future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's directly tied to their story.
Yeah.
In the present.
Yeah.
So my number 1 is a tie between the whole, like, I thought the whole storm scene was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was so super cool. I loved watching it. It was exciting. It was compelling. I had a blast watching it. I love when supernatural forces make nature go crazy.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Definitely.
And I'm tying that up with, and I'm sorry for taking the easy way out here, but I can't. There's just too many moments. It was such a good finale. I'm tying that up with you're not having the survival instinct toward himself when Henry pulled the gun out, but immediately jumping into action for Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
That, and of course, is horrible and heartbreaking as it was. The whole ending, the whole last sequence with Fatima was just so brilliantly done. Like, they could not have done it better. It was heartbreaking to watch. I wish it hadn't happened, but it was heartbreaking in all the right ways, and it was amazing. I mean, it's just one of the most brilliantly executed things I've seen on the show. Jazz, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is also a tie. First, between Fatima's sacrifice. I hate losing her as a character, but what a way to go if you're... I mean, we don't really know that we're losing her as a character, but we lost the version of Fatima that we know.
Mm-hmm.
and that's terrifying. But yeah, giving up her humanity and like the last bits of her holding on to her true self so she can save Ellis and Boyd and Tabitha and Jade and hopefully get everyone else out is so Fatima. It's so true to her character. It's just so heartbreaking. It's just so well done. I can't, like, I've replayed that scene in my head a million times since I watched it. I can't stop seeing her, like, blocking the way and screaming in their faces and Ellis being dragged away.
Oh, God. I have to say I've never seen a more beautiful monster.
She is fabulous.
She's even beautiful as a monster.
The other half of my number one was the very final scene of the Boy in White and Sophia's little meetup.
Yeah.
I was grasping for something in French, but it wouldn't come to me. I thought it was super cool to finally fucking see them together. Or just to see, I mean, the Boy in White's in it so little. Just see, like, him not interacting with a townsperson, but with another entity. It's very cool. It seems like they are equals, or, you know, rivals, or... We didn't get a lot of information, but, yeah. I thought that scene was very cool. It was a killer way to end the season. I hope he's right. I hope he's right.
I am definitely getting a very strong cabin in the woods type feeling.
Yeah.
This is clearly a game, but I think it's a game they're forced to play for larger entities. I don't think that the man in yellow and the boy in white are the main entities. I think they're like the henches, you know?
Oh, yeah?
And they're clearly, there's so many references to games in this show, like chess, and so many people talking about games. I think that's what's going on, but I don't think I think it's attached to the curse. I think everybody's forced to play this game. But the boy in white and the man in yellow, I think have, you know, they have certain stakes on it.
I think the boy in white is the representation of... I don't think he's necessarily the entity, but I think it's how the entity presents itself to people.
Yeah. They're like the queen in chess, you know?
Yeah.
Like they protect the king. But yeah, I definitely get some Cabin in the Woods vibes. And anybody who hasn't seen that movie, see it. It's one of the best horror films ever. It's amazing. Jess,
did you have anything else? If you can.
Yeah.
I'll loan you my
did
coffee.
You have anything?
Yeah. No, that was everything.
Okay.
My number one was exactly the same as Jazzy's. I had the exact two same things. We've talked enough about Fatima. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. The only thing I wanted to say about that end scene with the boy in white and the man in yellow is it made me think of the board game Othello. I don't know if you know how to play that. It's for anybody who doesn't, it's discs. One side is white, one side is black, and your goal is to flood the thing with black or flood it with white. I think they are two sides of one person or one entity, and that they are fighting for control over who has the most control at one point, and then they make another move, and then it's all flipped again, and and I think they are two sides of a coin, and it's being flipped, and I don't know that I'm not sure if that means there's a bigger entity or whether that's controlling them or whether they're just, I don't know that. But that's what I was thinking, that they are the fight in the black and that they're fighting for control. And if you know, it's like you're saying about chess, you know, they're the pawns, the people are the pawns. And if they do the right thing, they will flood the town with goodness, with the white of the boy in white, and they'll win. And I think that's what it's about, flooding with goodness, or with, you know, Sophia, the man in yellow, succeeds when he gets them to fight each other, and that begets more hatred and more distrust and more suspicion. And if they are being loving to each other and self-sacrificing, and that's when things are you know, going the way. That's why Donna came back to life, because Boyd's, you know, love and dedication to her brought her back to life. Because that, anyway, that's my theory.
100%. They've gone above and beyond to show how much these people care about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, is why I don't think they're ever leaving Fromville. But I love that you brought up Othello, because I know nothing about the game, but when we start doing our theory videos, I've got stuff to talk about the other Othello.
So we'll play?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got some I got some stuff to talk about. But yeah, I love that. Did you have anything else, or Donna?
No, that's it. That's me done. I'm wrong.
Okay, so I always ask you guys, you know, if you have anything else that you want to add before we get out of here, and I do this time. I want to give seasonal pancakes for the whole season, like gigantic stack of pancakes, to Jade, because holy crap, Boyd was always my favorite character. Jade has totally taken that spot now. I mean, the growth that this character has had.
Yes.
And he showed it in season 3, but he was still kind of a mess.
Yeah.
At the same time. Like, he has been amazing this whole season. And I can't get enough of him. He's one of my favorite characters ever, I think. And I don't know if I've ever seen character growth like this.
I put him up there with Carol from The Walking Dead. Carol is my favorite character of all time. But yeah, Jade's coming pretty much. His character growth is as good as the gentle way he speaks to Tabitha now. When you look back at how he was in season 1, is completely unimaginable. And not just Tabitha, the gentle way he spoke to Boyd, and what an incredible growth. Yes, yeah.
Ethan and Henry and just everybody.
Yeah.
And when Tian Chen died, we saw that super soft side of him. It's just, what an amazing character. Seriously, I'm so glad that he went in this direction, because the first few episodes I hated him so much, and now he's my favorite character.
Was that because he was a 17-year-old Chinese girl?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, look for the video. Just Google David Alpay audition. It's hilarious. You'll find a video where he's talking about it, and it's hilarious. But that's all I had to say. This is the first time I've ever given a full season award, but Jade absolutely deserves it. Just, oh my God, so brilliant. So freaking brilliant. I can't get enough. I want the Jade show.
I'm going to say I love this season. I think if it would have all dropped at once, the criticism would have been a lot less. But also, shut up. Have some patience. It's a TV show. Like, I still see people today saying that they haven't answered any questions. Yeah. And I'm like, we know almost everything at this point. Like, what do we not know?
Yeah. Stop watching From whilst being on your phone. Pay
Seriously.
attention
Exactly.
to the show.
Seriously.
And you will see there are lots of answers.
Oh my god, the thread yesterday where everyone was fighting with me about the monologue, about the Donna monologue that we had. I was like, I interviewed her. She says it right here. There's no monologue.
Yeah, people were still we shared the interview video, and people were still arguing. It's like, what the hell? It never happened. Ever.
The fandom at large appreciated how freaking good this show is, because
seriously,
we are living in a golden age of television, and the show deserves so much more love.
So this has become my absolute favorite show, and with the announcement of it ending after next season, I'm really struggling with that, and so I'm planning several theory videos over the course of the hiatus. I want to keep covering From. Just, they might be like little short 10-minute videos on a theory I have, or just they might be Q&As. Maybe we can get some interviews. It could be anything. But as part of that, I would like you to let me know if you have questions about what we feel about certain things in the show. Ask us, just leave a comment on the video. Ask us what we think about this or that, and if we get enough, we'll do some videos. We'll do some Q&A videos, because I think that would be really cool. Also, we haven't planned a fan panel or anything for like a postseason wrap up, but if anybody is interested in doing that, just a panel with some of our viewers where we just talk about the season, let us know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. And if we get enough interest, then we'll do it. Also, turn on your notifications, because we've got a lot of stuff coming up. We're going to start covering The Magicians. We're going to start a movie club. We're going to start a membership finally with the movie club. So there's lots of stuff coming up. So stick around, and I definitely plan. When I started this channel, we were doing lots of deep dives, and I really want to get back to that, because we were a Yellow Jackets only channel. So that left a lot of room and a lot of time for deep dives, and I really want to get back to that, even if it's just for From, because it's just, there's so much to talk about with the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I don't plan on stopping talking about it anytime soon. Also, if there's something that you want us to cover, like a certain storyline, leave it in the comments, and we'll maybe make a video out of that. I mean, if you'd like to join us for an episode because you feel like you have a lot of things to share on, a lot of thoughts to share on a particular theory or a character, or maybe we're an extra on the show. I mean, we'd love to have you on to talk to you. So leave us your comments. And you can also always email me at Kelly@cyborgqueenmedia.com or jazz@cyborgqueenmedia.com. And we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much to everybody who has supported us this season. It's been great. And we will see you guys real soon. Bye.
Take care.